on the shooter and has positively identified him as 15-year-old Jared Michael Paget. He was a freshman at Reynolds High School. He arrived at the school yesterday morning on a school bus carrying a guitar case and a duffel bag. He entered the boys' locker room in the building that housed the gymnasium. He spent a period of time in the locker room, and during that time, he murdered a fellow student. We have not established any link between the shooter and the victim. Teacher Todd Rispler encountered the shooter in the locker room. He was fleeing. Mr. Rispler was shot once, suffering a grazing wound to his hip. Mr. Rispler made his way to the office where he was able to notify the administration and then immediately initiated the lockdown. As the shooter was moving through the main hallway, he encountered officers who were starting to enter from two separate hallways. At that time, he moved into a small restroom. We know there was an exchange of gunfire between one of the first responding officers and the shooter. Based on the autopsy this morning, we do know that the shooter died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The shooter used an AR-15 type rifle in the attack and carried, but did not use, a semi-automatic handgun. Investigators have also recovered 9 loaded magazines with the capability of holding several hundred rounds. The shooter also had a large knife. He was wearing a non-ballistic vest used for carrying ammunition and other items. He was also wearing a multi-sport helmet with a camouflage design. The shooter obtained the weapons from his family home. The weapons had been secured, but he defeated the security measures. At this time, it would be inappropriate to discuss a possible motive for the murder. I cannot emphasize enough the role that Mr. Rispler and the responding officers played in saving many, many lives yesterday.